All right, Shalom. Call Haloyim, La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, whom I learned knowledge from. Honors and salutations to you, sincere laborers out there, all you Akim that are doing the work of truth, sincerity, week in and week out. Shalom to you. Shalom to the Aquathium that believe as well. I'm back at you with another lesson, and this centered around the U.S. debt and how we're headed to that great fall of the global economy, which is based around the US dollar, because the charagma will be the new global way of doing business, all right, which is part of Esau's, Novos Ordo Seclorum. All right, look that up. And that's his agenda. To have everyone receive of his MARK, the MOTB, that electronic device that's the size of a grain of rice. So there's a reason why the global economy is looking the way it's looking, especially over here in Babylon, which Esau carry out his vain philosophies and indoctrination, and he spread his wine through America, which is his, again, his vain philosophies and way of living. All right, all of the wicked indoctrination that Esau pushes is was pushed through America, Babylon the Great. That's why it's called Babylon the Great, meaning you know uh, confusion. Okay, Babylon means confusion. So it says right here from the article on RT News, it says horsemen of the economic apocalypse. Friday's U.S. debt forecast has shocked traders and bankers. And basically, as I read, it's going to go into basically how the bankers and traders, all right, basically have lost hope in the U.S. economy, because of the rapid decline. Okay, excuse me. Credit rating agency Moody's hits the panic button as the U.S. debt outlook takes a dive in negative to negative. It says as the closing bell rang on Friday, triggering the usual exodus of bankers and traders to their watering holes, a bombshell dropped. Moody's Investors Service has shifted its outlook on the government of the United States from stable to negative, citing heightened risk to fiscal strength. This adjustment comes amid the looming threat of a government shutdown with funding secured until November the 17th, which we're approaching that. We should be there at the end of this week. Okay. Um, and newly elected House Speaker Mike Johnson revealing the Republican government funding plan against the backdrop. Well, first of all, the scriptures speak about the debt that Esau is in. Okay, let's get that. Let's start right there. Okay, Habakkuk 2. Let's start at verse 5. Yea, also because he transgressed by wine, again his wicked vain way of living, and also again the indoctrination that Esau pushes on the world, because he wants the whole world to take on his weirdo values, man. All right, which is all against the scriptures, all right, and against the Most High's law. All right, whether it's between genders, the role of a man and a woman, worshiping false gods and idols, excuse me, worshiping the spiritual demon Satan, all those things. All right, Esau promotes that. Okay. Um, says, yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keep it at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathered unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. This is the reason why over here in Babylon, they call it the melting pot. Okay. It's a a representation of all the nations are right here in Babylon, which is so-called America. All right, here's the point of verse 6. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that laded himself with thick clay. Now, when you look up the word clay, and I'm sure you brothers out there that know this knowledge, you already know what that means, but to you new brothers and sisters, let's look up the word clay. All right. The word there is ibatyat, which is the root word is ibat, and it goes to outline of biblical usage, weight of pledges, heavy debts. Okay. Heavy debts. Let's look at this term, heavy debts. See what we get. Okay. Heavy. Let's see. I only got to click on anything. It says right here. Heavy debt definition. The debt is a sum of money that you owe someone. See, something especially money that is owed to someone else or the state of. All right. Yeah. So it's pretty much the same thing. All right. Owing a large amount of money, having a lot of debt. And that's what Esau have accumulated. All right. A lot of debt. America is in trillions and trillions of dollars into debt which it cannot pay. All right. Which who rules and controls America, which is Babylon the Great? Esau, Edom. All right. The so-called white man, beginning with their central banking families on down. Okay. Because the elites of Esau, the top banking families, they control Babylon, which is America. Okay. So that's what the word clay means. All right. And that's what Esau has. All right. Debt. Let's read a little more in the article right here. It says, against the backdrop of higher interest rates, Moody's is emphasizing the need for effective fiscal policy measures to address large fiscal deficits, warning that without such measures, debt affordability could significantly weaken. The agency attributes part of the risk to ongoing political polarization in Congress, raising concerns about reaching a consensus on the fiscal plan. Despite the negative outlook, Moody's expects the U.S. to maintain its exceptional economic strength, suggesting that the positive growth surprises could slow the deterioration in debt affordability. So basically, they're hoping it recovers. Which, let's go to Jeremiah 51, because the scriptures tell you that you can't heal this place. Okay, Jeremiah 51. God. Jeremiah 51, starting at verse 8, it says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed, which is approaching that destruction and fall. Okay. How for her take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed, because these plagues that are hitting America, which is Babylon, all right, are going to continue to hit it until this place, all right, receive of the last plague, which is destruction by way of the thermonuclear missiles, which the Lord is going to rain on this place. All right, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to take out Babylon by way of fire, which comes from the nuclear missiles. Okay, that's why the plagues are hitting this place. Everything is systematically breaking down within Babylon, because that's how the plague is supposed to come. The book of 2nd Esdras, the 16th chapter, goes into that. Okay. Let's see, 2nd Esdras 16, verse 37. It says, behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. Right. What it means to slack. Slack. Well, let's look it up. We can look it up. God, look up the word slack. Okay, slack. Indolent, lazy, loose, not too tight, remiss or lax, sluggish. Okay, sluggish. Fault, lack. That's pretty much it. Be slack, be languid. All right. Let's see. It says the meaning cessation of flow in a current or tide, still stretch of the river, uh, quiet period. See, lull, interval in activity. Okay, so basically to slow down. All right, let's to slow down because sluggish means like somebody's working. If somebody's working right and they're expected to work at a certain pace and they're not keeping up, that mean they're being sluggish. That mean they're going too slow. They can't keep up with the pace. Okay, and the plagues are not going to slow down. Okay, so let's read it again. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. Verse 38, as when a woman with child in the ninth month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. See? And that's the way that America is going out, like a woman, all right, um, in labor. And what happens? A woman in labor has these contractions. The contractions will be the plagues, okay? The different things that's steadily pulling away at bringing this place down. Whether it be the uproars of the people, disasters, the natural disasters, uh, um, but you have class wars, um, civil unrest, the economy, which I'm speaking about in this video lesson. Okay. There are a number of things or a number of contractions, all right, that are causing America to fold. Okay. Verse 39, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrows shall come upon it on every side. So that's beginning to happen because this economy, which it'll affect the global economy, okay, and everyone's going to feel it because when that MOTB come out, remember the MOTB is going to be a global event, a global thing where they're going to present that device to all inhabitants that dwell upon the earth, because it says that in Revelation 13 chapter that he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark, which goes into the charagma, the device that's the size of a grain of rice. That's the new currency that they're going to push on the people. That's the hour of temptation when they make that device mandatory. Okay. So let's continue on. It says, as the government faces potential funding challenges and political gridlock, Moody's decision aligns with the trend seen in August when Fitch downgraded the U.S. long-term foreign policy issuer default rating. Moody's is now the sole major credit company maintaining a top rating on the U.S., with S&P Global Ratings having stripped the country of its top score in 2011. So yeah, they at odds with one another because one, For one, Moody's got it. The U.S. maintained the top rating, and the S&P stripped the U.S. back in 2011. So back in 2011, they seen the economic woes of Babylon. The move triggers discussions about the implications for investors and market participants, while the shift by Moody's signals concern about fiscal risk. Experts note, and you got to remember too, it's always ulterior motives. Because why would you put the Moody's? Why would you put it higher than it should be? If S&P, which S&P is a big deal, all right, S&P is a big corporation. They got the U.S. basically stripped of its you know approval rating and all that stuff. Pretty much, they're not investing in America like that. They withdrew a lot. Okay. It says where I'm at here. It says while the shift by Moody's signals concerns about fiscal risk, experts note that the downgrade's impact on banks and institutional investors appears limited, given the established use of the U.S. Treasuries and as collateral and regulatory assets. The downgrade raises questions about the alternatives to treasuries and prompts consideration of the evolving market dynamics in response to these credit rating changes. So, you can read the rest of the article in your own time. It's a pretty long article, But, the point is, man, everything about the U.S. debt, all right, is heading in the right direction because, again, this economy is getting ready to crash, and the MOTB will be implemented. Okay, and remember that the Lord has these plagues hidden this place because, for one, the Lord has a judgment for Babylon because remember the Lord had remembered her iniquities. Let's get that. The book of Revelation 18, about verse 5. Come on. Revelation 18:5, it says, "For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Heavenly Father had remembered her iniquities." Talking about Babylon, okay? So that's the reason why Babylon is getting ready to be judged. And like the guy said in the article, or like the article said, what is it again? Let's go back to it. Oh, it's like, yeah, it's right here. It says suggesting that positive growth surprises could slow down the deterioration. They're hoping that it can slow down. Right? But again, Babylon cannot be healed. Jeremiah 51. All right, Jeremiah 51. Again, it says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. All right. Verse 9. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. See, you can't heal this place. Forsake her and let us go, everyone into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the sky. So again, all right, the Lord had remembered her iniquity, okay, and her judgment, all right, is getting ready to come, which the ultimate plague or judgment for Babylon is the nuclear destruction. See? This is why the things that are happening within Babylon are happening, because the Lord is bringing this place down because he's getting ready to destroy it. You cannot heal this place. It's over, man. The book of Isaiah 47, we'll go right to the point, verse 11. Says, therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth. And that's true, because when once this economy crash, you know what's going to happen with that. It's going to create uncertainty and desperation in the people's mind. which is going to cause them to what? Act out. They're going to go into survival mode. They won't be able to, go into stores and buy, things, because people are going to be looting stores and taking everything up out of there. So when everything people grab up out of the stores, once they run dry, they're going to go into Second Ezra, the 15th chapter, where it says that they should be invading one another. For what? Lack of food. So they're gonna bring in, they're gonna allow this chaos, because they set up that way, uh, order out of chaos, right? They're gonna set up this chaos, bring in, the solution, which the solution gonna be to set up a military post of these different troops. Okay. Receive of the MOTB, the charagma, the device that's the size of a grain of rice, in order for you to buy and sell. That's where we're heading to. Shutting down the cities. People not going to regard the government's, the authority. All right, they're not going to regard civil authority. Excuse me. That's where we're heading to. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off. And keep in mind, it's talking about Babylon. Okay, you read up, it's talking about the daughter of Babylon. Okay, which is synonymous with who? Edom. Okay. Matter of fact, let's go up to the top, right? Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin and daughter of Babylon. Right? O virgin daughter of Babylon. Well, that's synonymous with the nation of Edom, the Edomite, because who's ruling? The Edomite. Let's click on that. All right. Psalms 137, verse 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. Excuse me. O daughter of Babylon, see, who are to be destroyed. So it mentions Edom, and it mentions them being the daughter of Babylon who are to be destroyed, man. Okay. So remember, the daughter of Babylon is synonymous with the nation of Edom. All right, back in let's go back to my original point, Isaiah 47:11. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. And that's talking about America, okay, because the evil, all right, it's already happening. This is why you have, the servants, the prophets, all right, of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai are out here preaching the downfall of this place, man. Okay. The reason why you see the Israelites on the corners preaching and prophesying the downfall of Babylon the Great, we're living in that time. Okay. Because the Most High is the one that set up you Edomites into power to begin with. Okay. And now it's time for you to come down. Okay. Psalm 75:4. And of course the Edomites don't want to come down, but hey, it's not up to you. It's up to the Heavenly Father. Matter of fact, it's going to say it in the same chapter I'm reading in, Psalm 75 and verse 4. I said unto the fools, well, first of all, it calls Esau, the Edomites, the wicked. All right, children of fools. Let's get that. Children, matter of fact, let's go to the other app. Children of fools. Children of fools. Job 30:8. They were children of fools, yea, children of base. But you know what? Let's click on it. Let's click on it. Let's get a little more off that, right? Job 30. I don't want to go too far up. I started 5. Job 30:5. They were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief. Talking about the Edomites. All right, how they was, chased up into the mountains during the time of the Dark Ages, where they was chased away from society because of the wickedness and evil they bring. So when they came down after the fall of the Western Roman, or the Roman Empire, the western part of the Roman Empire had failed. That began the Dark Ages. Okay, and you had where the Edomites were driven forth from among men. All right, it says they were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief, and Esau is a thief. All right, he stole everything, including people's nationality. That's why a lot of people don't even think about the Greeks being the Edomites, because the word Greek, those names go back to the people of Japhet. But who stood in the stead of the Greeks when they became an empire? It was the Edomite people, the nation of Edom. The people of Japhet was pushed out. When you know that history, it says, verse 6, to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in the caves of the earth, and in the rocks. That's talking about living in mountains. All right, cave dwelling, which hence you have the word Caucasian, man. The original meaning of Caucasian was a cave dweller, mountain dweller. I don't know if you can even look that up anymore. Let's see, can I look it up? Let's see here. Original. Meaning of. Let me see. Bear me 1 second. Yeah, man. See, you used to just say straight up cave dweller, mountain dweller. See? All right. See, you can't even find it no more. But it's referring to, the people is referring to it's Caucasian people. Oh, man, let's see. The native inhabitants of the Caucasus region. Yeah, hence they were called Caucasian. Anyways, let's continue on. Verse 7, Job 37. Among the bushes they brayed, under the nettles they were gathered together. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. Yeah, because the word vile means filthy, and that's exactly how the Edomites are, man. The word vile. Okay. Vile. We'll search that. Extremely unpleasant, foul, nasty, bad, horrid, horrible, dreadful, abominable. And well, Yahweh Shah called them an abomination that make it desolate. Talking about the Edomites. Okay, the Romans that came and made Jerusalem a desolation, man. All right, odious. Yeah, man, disgusting, hateful, wretched, disgraceful. It's a lot of words. Yeah, it's a lot of words. Oh man, egregious. Anyways, that's the Edomites, man. Okay, so let's go back here. Let's go back. on that app. Verse 4 in Psalm 75 and 4. I say unto the fools, deal not foolishly, and to the wicked lift not up the horn. Lift not up your horn on high, speak not with a stiff neck, because that proud speak, that condescending tone they use to speak proudly of themselves. They don't think they're gonna ever come out of power because they think they are going to make it through this economic crash and out of this war. All it. Remember that Psalms 49:11 says their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. All right. And their dwellings to from generation to generation, meaning they think they're going to rule forever, man. And you're not. Verse 6, for promotion cometh neither from the west, nor from the for promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south, but the Most High is a judge. He put it down one and set up another. And that's what we're living in that time where the Lord is putting down the Edomites and setting up his people, which are the Israelites. All right, we're being brought up as Esau is being brought down. Okay. And that's the reason why these things are happening. Because Esau is getting ready to be taken down out of power and put into captivity along with the rest of the nations. All right, for all of his wickedness, man. So when we see these things happening, right, the economy, let's get that economy. See that the debt, U.S. debt forecast, shocking the traders and the bankers. We shouldn't be shocked because we should know and expect these things to go on because we know that Babylon is on its way out. And we should be rejoicing because we're that much closer to the kingdom of heaven. So I'm going to end it right there. I want to say, Lord willing, this video have been edifying. To those of you that may have watched and tuned in, I want to say shalom to the elected nation of Israel and the Abba Shalom.